Hi guys, today at Cake Advisor we will make this white chocolate and red velvet mousse cake for Valentine's Day. So let's get started. We will start with the mirror glaze, and I'm mixing in a pan the sugar, the water and the glycose syrup. I soaked the gelatin in some water and I mixed the condensed milk with the white chocolate. So we need to boil the syrup until it reaches 105 Celsius, and we're pouring it onto our white chocolate and the condensed milk. Let it sit for a few minutes. The white chocolate will melt, and afterwards mix all together until the chocolate is completely incorporated in the syrup. After the chocolate all melted and we stirred it well, we need to bring down this mixture below 60 degrees Celsius, and afterwards we can put in the gelatin. It is very important to put the gelatin only when the mixture is below 60 degrees Celsius. I added 2 teaspoons of red dry food coloring. You can use gel food coloring as well, and we very carefully mix it all together using a hand blender. It is very important to do this very slowly to not make too much bubbles in the mirror glaze. After we mixed it all together, just tap it on the table to help all the bubbles come up, and close it with food wrapping nylon when the nylon is touching the mirror glaze itself. For the strawberry balls, I'm using this silicone ball pen and homemade strawberry jam. You can watch how to make this in this video up here. And we're putting it into the freezer for at least 8 hours. Next are the cake balls. I crumbled here some red velvet cake and I added 4 tablespoons of condensed milk, mixed all together, refrigerated it a bit, and now I'm making a small balls. It is just like making cake pops. Next we will make the chocolate writing. So I have here white chocolate candy melts. I melted them in the microwave. I put it in a piping bag, made a very small hole, and we are writing whatever we want. I love you, be my Valentine, happy birthday, etc. Now it will take a while for you to make a nice writing, so just keep practicing, make some variations, and then afterwards you can pick whatever you like. After a few minutes you will get a hand of it and it will turn out prettier. Let it set in the fridge for 10 minutes, and afterwards we will paint it with gold luster dust. Next we will make the mousse itself. We will use 100 grams of white chocolate, 150 milliliters of milk, 8 grams of gelatin and some water, and 300 milliliters of whipped cream. I'm using this geometric heart-shaped silicone mold. If you're interested in a similar one, the link is down below. Heat the milk in the microwave until very hot for at least 1 minute and pour it over our chocolate. Let it sit for a few minutes and the chocolate will melt, and in the meantime we're going to whip our whipped cream to a soft peak consistency, just like that. You see, it's very soft. Our chocolate is melted. We need to cool it down below 60 degrees and we will put the gelatin inside. Again, very important to cool below 60 degrees Celsius. The gelatin melts very easy. And another important point, now we need to let this mixture cool to room temperature. Okay, you're not allowed to pour very hot liquids into the whipped cream. Now after it cooled, I'm inserting the chocolate into the whipped cream. Okay, mix very well until all ingredients incorporated and our mousse is ready. I'm filling the mold halfway and now we will put our balls into the mousse. Tap the mold gently on the table to help all the air bubbles come out and to make sure that the mousse is in all the regions and the lines. So I'm just sinking in the balls. First row is our cake pops and the second row is our strawberry pops. Cover it with the second half of the mousse. Spread it everywhere. Again, make sure that the mousse goes into all the lines and ridges. And off to the refrigerator for at least 8 hours. So 8 hours later, or even on the next day, take out the glaze out of the fridge, heat it up in the microwave. And the working temperature of the glaze is 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if you heated it up more, you need to cool it down till 32 degrees. Take out the cake from the fridge and as fast as you can pour the glaze. You don't wait with the cake because if it starts to sweat, the glaze will not sit well. So in the minute you're taking out your cake, you're pouring the glaze on top of the cake. Of course, you need to do it on an elevated surface and you can reuse all the leftover glaze later. And now what's left is to put our writing on top of the cake. And this is it. Keep watching if you want to see how the inside of the cake looks.